Hey there, everybody. Drew Nelson here again, doing another dip review for you guys. And this time I'm going to be reviewing Skoal Extra and Copenhagen Southern Blend. Now you might be asking yourself, how are you going to review two at the same time? The answer is we're going to create a little magical concoction that I stumbled upon, and I call it the Southern Creamsicle, which sounds like a really fucking weird sex position, like one of those really raunchy ones that you would find on Urban Dictionary or something like that. Speaking of which, look up on Urban Dictionary the definition for Santorum. Fucking hilarious. Even though like Santorum's a Republican, like I'm a Republican, like it's fucking hilarious. Anyways, so we are gonna mix these two. What we're gonna do is go cherry in this lid, or rich blend rather. It's not cherry. Rich blend is a lot like cherry though. When people ask me, hey Drew, like what does rich blend taste like? The best way I could describe it is a mixture of straight and cherry. It's not as like sweet and pungent as cherry, and it's also not as earthy as straight. It's just kind of like a happy medium between the two. So, and then you throw in the Southern blend with it, which is just like fucking amazing, like honey deliciousness, and you get a dessert in your mouth. So, you could, I don't know, I guess it's like cherry pie or something like that. So let's go ahead and get started. So the reason that we're going to be taking a very hefty dip today, why is that? Because the South Carolina Gamecocks got their dicks filled with in Gainesville. I'm very fucking depressed about it because I went down to Gainesville with two of my friends. We had a quote-unquote road trip down there. And it was just like, it was incredible. It was fucking amazing. But then South Carolina lost, so I just went and got fucked up at a frat house instead with my boy Miles Woods from home. So Woodrow, if you're fucking watching this, thank you for putting us out at the Beta House. It was a damn good time. Thank you, friend. So let's go ahead and do meow 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 meow. We'll do yeah, cherry in this side, and then we will do Southern blend, okay, wow, oh, it's good. So we have Southern blend right here. We have rich blend right here. And pretty much what it does is when you juice it and you kind of like work it around with your jaw and everything, it just kind of meshes together like right at the front of your lip and just creates this magical fucking concoction of dip. So yeah, God, this is enjoyable. If I had to describe the taste to you of Skoal Extra Rich Blend, as I said before, cherry and straight mix. Extra being extra blend as it is, it's just cheap as shit. So that's why I like it. Southern blend is a little more expensive, but you know, what are you gonna do? So wow, okay, stories. Let's start with SEC football. The weekend in SEC football. Obviously, South Carolina shit the bed against Florida, which I was just very unhappy about. But the only redeeming factor is that Gainesville is fucking awesome. If you ever get a chance to go down to Gainesville, like it is such a damn good time. Like we had the time of our lives. Except for their transportation was really fucking shitty. We rode the bus with like a bunch of international people that were like screaming in Spanish and shit. And I took Spanish in high school, so I like knew what they were saying somewhat and everything. And they were talking about, I don't know, a bunch of bullshit, but about like, oh, where are you from? Where are you from? Oh, I'm from Bolivia, Argentina, like whatever. I'm like, can you please just shut the fuck up? I'm drunk and I'm tired and I just like, I want to go home. But so, story of the road trip. The reason that I'm probably dipping a lot more than I should is I got pulled over in Georgia, actually going down to Gainesville. Thankfully, only got let off with a warning because I'm just a conniving motherfucker. And I was riding the bumper of someone in front of me, like trying to get him to move over. I was like, oh, fuck, move over, please, move over. And they weren't moving over, so the cop pulled me over. And he asked me, oh, are you traveling with that car in front of you? So immediately I was like, yes, Officer, that's my brother's car or something like that. Like he's far ahead. He's like, okay, well try to stay off his bumper, especially at 70 miles an hour. Like I didn't fucking know the person in front of me. I was just riding the shit out of their bumper just so I can get down to Gainesville and have a damn good time. But so thankfully got off with a warning there. Then after the complete shit show that was Gainesville over the weekend, we were coming back and I got pulled over for speeding. And I was doing like 85 and a 70 or something like that, which if you're familiar at all with like Georgia speeding laws, 15 miles an hour plus lands you a super speeder badge, which when you get the super speeder, what it does is it effectively just multiplies the fine that you get for speeding by 2. It just fucking multiplies your fine by 2. So I'm going to be like, I don't know, I'm selling myself on the streets to fucking pay for my goddamn traffic ticket. But then I go ahead and I'd spend my money that should be spent on the ticket on cans of dip instead, and the world is okay. So, let me tell you about Florida really quick. University of Florida, huge fucking campus, fucking awesome though. Like their sorority and frat row is just insane. Like, and when they tailgate, they take over the entire campus because the cops there aren't boner kills like they are here in Columbia, and so like people just park in like random fucking places and just set up and like start drinking and tailgating and everything, which is so awesome. There, we were under the impression that we were going to catch a live alligator. Like it must have just been like the drunken stupor that we were in pretty much the entire weekend. But we thought we were going to catch like a real live gator, so we went to Lake Alice, which if you're familiar at all with UF's campus, it's kind of like this lake, kind of north of the state or south of the stadium a little bit. And there's like gators and a shit ton of mosquitoes, and across from Lake Alice there's these bat houses where every night at dusk like fucking 400,000 bats just fucking come out of these houses and they like swarm and they go off and fucking eat all the mosquitoes and everything. It was like one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I was like, holy shit, like so many bats, dude, like this is nuts. So we did that. Then kind of while that was happening, we were trying to catch a gator, and that didn't really happen at all. Number one, because we're fucking pussies, and like if a gator got within like 2 feet of me, I'd probably just fucking run the other way. But what happened was we had a light on one, a mag light on one, and it kept getting like closer and closer to the bank. My buddy has a laser pointer, and he was pointing it at the gator, and the gator was like trying to fucking eat the laser pointer, which was fucking hilarious. We were like, oh, you dumb motherfucker, dumb reptile. But then what we decided to do is my buddy Nate went over and broke a tree branch over his knee, and then just started fucking poking the gator with it and shit. Like, fucking PETA would be like all up in arms about this shit. Like, oh, that's cruelty to animals, like whatever. But we were like sitting there fucking poking this gator with a stick, and eventually we kind of poked it hard enough that it whipped kind of its head back, and went for the stick and tried to eat the stick. But it didn't really, it couldn't eat the stick, obviously, so it just started hissing. And this was like probably, it wasn't a big gator, it was probably like 2-3 feet long or something like that. It was probably like just a little baby or something like that. But it, like, that hissing, when you watch Swamp People or something like that, by the way, one of my very favorite shows, Swamp People, when you watch Swamp People and, like, you hear that, like, gator hissing when they're, like, wrestling with it and everything, it sounds really quiet, but even in a gator that was, like, 3-4 feet long or something like that, that hiss from, like, 2 feet away, or, like, it was actually probably, like, 5 feet from us, and it was down kind of on the bank of the lake, and we were kind of like up on this dock above it. That hiss is fucking loud, and it scares the shit out of you. Like, me and my friends were just like, let's take a step back, yeah? Okay, everybody cool with that? Cool. So we didn't catch a gator, unfortunately, but what we did do is we scaled the White Dome building on campus. If you're familiar at all with the campus, it's like the swim and dive building and the gymnastics building. And there is a rain gutter, a concrete rain gutter that kind of slants off. There's multiple rain gutters, and they kind of slant off the sides and everything. And what we did was we were like, oh, let's fucking scale this building, like whatever. So inside the rain gutter is a steel cable that's welded to the bottom, and then welded at kind of a midpoint and welded at the top. so you can use kind of this cable to like pull yourself up and everything. So we hoist ourselves up. We're getting into this goddamn rain gutter, and thankfully it like wasn't raining, it wasn't wet or anything, so we were able to like walk up it, you know, pretty solid and everything. And we get up to the top of this building, and we were like looking out over the entire campus, like, you know, it was really fucking cool. And then coming back down, I was like trying to kind of like let myself down easy, you know, going like ladder style with my hands and everything. And then with like 30 feet left in the gutter till the bottom of it, I was just like, fuck it, and let my hands go, and like was sliding down the gutter like, oh, this is fucking fun, like whatever. So that was really fucking cool. We also, let's see, on game day, we went to the beta house, as I said before, with my buddy Miles from home. And Miles is a beta at UF, and he put us up really nice and, you know, hooked us up with drinks and like all that kind of stuff. So we just had like the time of our life at the frat house. And then because all my like two of my buddies that I was there with, they passed out pretty early, like as did I. And there wasn't really a place to sleep. Like one of my buddies was sprawled out on the couch, and the other one was kind of like sitting on the end of the couch. So there really wasn't anywhere to stay. So I made a fucking pallet with like this dirty laundry pile, and it was like a pile of just fucking dirty laundry and shit. And I just laid it down on the floor like, and just passed out in that. So that was really fucking cool. Woke up, was so goddamn hungry, and I had just found out that we lost. Like, you know, the final score was 45-11 or, you know, something like that. And I get up and I just go on a goddamn mission to like go to Jimmy John's, and this Jimmy John's was probably like 3.5 miles away. But like being drunk, I was just like, oh, fuck it, like I'm gonna go. So like I'm fucking walking. It's like 3.5 miles. Get to Jimmy John's, eat a gargantuan, get 2 more sandwiches for my friends back at the frat house and everything. Walk all the way back. Like it was just fucking ridiculous. I got pictures with like the Spurrier statue and the Tebow statue and, you know, all that good stuff. So, yeah, that was pretty much the UF weekend in a nutshell. And getting pulled over on the way back was just the culmination of just like a complete broad trip. So that's the story behind that. Back to sort of the dip review, I guess. As I said before, make yourself a little dessert with these two. Put Southern Blend in this lip, and put Rich Blend in this lip, and you will not be disappointed. It is fucking amazing. And it gives you, you know, a pretty decent buzz, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I dip enough. I went through, like, I think 3 cans on the way down there, and then I was trying to limit myself and only go, like, a can on the way back. And then after we got pulled over, I was just like, fuck it, like, I just got a ticket. I'm going to go get a can real quick. So we did that. But yeah, that about does it for the dip review. Hopefully South Carolina will come back strong next weekend against Tennessee. We will see what happens. Hopefully Lattimore and the defense shows up to play. Because they had the flu and they were really kind of like feeling under the weather and everything, so that's probably why we did so fucking shitty. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the little dip review on these two. Try it out, give it a shot, and you can mix and match with pretty much any dip that you want, and it will be fucking amazing. I so wish that Skoal still made the vanilla blend, which they like fucking discontinued it, and I don't know why, but vanilla blend and rich blend together would just be fucking magical. So if you have like a stash of vanilla, Skoal vanilla somewhere, try vanilla with the rich blend, and it will not fucking disappoint you, I promise. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and apologies for my ranting and my storytelling, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So I will be back doing another review probably pretty soon for you after I finish my goddamn astronomy lab. Fuck. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and go do that. But thank you guys for watching, and God bless you.